Welcome back to Mr. Pencil Studios, and then today I want to share a little history about IBRAHIM Traoore, the current president of Burkina Faso. But before we start, kindly hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell notification so that I get notified whenever I post content. But first of all, I want us to hop on the canvas so that we do something. Whilst we are painting him, we'll be telling you stories and then histories about him. He's a very great president and a big African leader. Let's get started.
IBRAHIM Traoore is currently the youngest serving president in the world. On September 30th, 2022, Captain IBRAHIM Traoore led a military coup in Burkina Faso, overthrowing the government of Paul-Henri Damiba. On October 21, 2022, Traoore was sworn in as transitional president and head of state of Burkina Faso. He was also appointed Supreme Chief of the Burkinabe Armed Forces. He is the youngest head of state in the world. IBRAHIM Traoore was born in 1988 in Bondoké, Burkina Faso. He attended primary school in his hometown and secondary school in Bobo Daluso, Burkina Faso's second largest city. In 2006, he joined university, graduating in 2009 with honors. Later in 2009, he enlisted in the Burkinabe army. He quickly impressed his superiors and was sent for anti-aircraft training in Morocco. In 2014, he was promoted to lieutenant. In 2018, Traoore served with the United Nations peacekeeping forces in northern Mali. He participated in several counter-insurgency operations against militant Islamist and ethnic insurgents. He was commended for showing bravery in these encounters by his superiors. In 2018, he was stationed in the north of Burkina Faso, where insurgency raged. He was later promoted to captain. The rebel insurgency has had grave consequences for the people of Burkina Faso. By late 2021, a humanitarian crisis was evident in many parts of the country. A quarter of the population faced food insecurity. Various insurgent groups roamed freely in the countryside. Some were allied to the Islamic State, others with Al-Qaeda. In January 2022, a military coup led by Paul-Henri Damiba overthrew the civilian government. Traoore was part of the group of army officers that supported the January 2022 Burkina Faso coup d'etat and brought the patriotic movement for safeguard and restoration military junta to power. From March 2022, he served as head of an artillery regiment in Kaya. Whether he associated himself with the Cobra Special Forces, a counter-terrorist unit founded in 2019, is disputed. According to several sources, such as BBC and Al Jazeera, he was part of the unit at some point. However, some news outlets stated that he was never associated with the Cobras. Many supporters of the January coup became dissatisfied with the performance of Paul Damiba, the junta's leader, regarding his inability to contain the jihadist insurgency. Traoore later claimed that he and other officers had tried to get Damiba to refocus on the rebellion, but eventually opted to overthrow him as his ambitions were diverting away from what they set out to do. The dissatisfaction about the situation was highest among younger officers who fought against the rebels at the front lines. In addition, there were delays in payment for the Cobra troops. When the plotters launched their coup in 13 September, Traoore still held rank of captain. The operation was carried out with support of the Cobra unit. In the direct aftermath of the coup d'etat, Traoore declared himself as the new head of the patriotic movement for safeguard and restoration. On 6 October, he assumed the position of interim president as head of state and supreme head of the armed forces. He promised to hold democratic elections in July 2024. In the immediate aftermath of the coup d'etat, anti-French and Western sentiments were voiced by many coup supporters. Others voiced pro-Russian opinions. ECOWAS, an organization of West African states, condemned the coup but took little action against the new government. IBRAHIM's politics remains unclear, except for being pro-military and anti-insurgent. In February 2023, IBRAHIM's government expelled the French forces, assisting in fighting the local insurgency from Burkina Faso. He subsequently declared that they wanted to look at other horizons because they wanted win-win partnerships, supporting the diversification of Burkina Faso's international partnerships. Shortly after, Traore's government expressed support for a federation with Mali and both invited Guinea. All three countries are under military leadership, and if it were to become a union, it would be the largest country ruled by military junta. In April, he declared a general mobilization of the population to support the military as rebel forces continued to increase the rate of the attack. In the following month, Traore Ibrahim questioned the planned restoration of democracy for 2024, stating that elections could not be held unless the insurgents were pushed back and the security situation had been improved. So there you have it, the story of the youngest president in the world.
So we are done with the work. Thank you all for watching. See you in the next video. Peace out.